Hey, all my movie maniacs, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. And this week, outside of a few other reviews that we will be doing, we're going to feature a series of reviews of films offered by SGL Entertainment. Now, if you're not familiar with them, they distribute a lot of lower budget indie horror films. A lot of them are on Amazon Prime and Amazon On Demand, as well as DVD and even a few on Blu-ray, I do believe. But this week, we're going to feature just a few of the films they have in their extensive library, and we're starting off this episode with Frankenstein, Day of the Beast, brought to us by Ricardo Islas, and we get the story of Victor Frankenstein, who's looking to marry his bride-to-be Elizabeth on this remote island. He's got a lot of protection around him. We're not quite sure why. Well, we kind of know why, if you're familiar at all with the Frankenstein story. And sure enough, his monster shows up to disrupt things at his wedding with a deadly consequences. And so we see how it all plays out in this interesting independent film. Now, Frankenstein Day of the Beast is an ambitious one because they set it in the period, so all the period dress and the weapons and everything, and I enjoy that. It was unexpected that they would do that, especially for an indie film. It's a little bit harder because that increases your budget cost trying to get that period piece, but I think they captured the overall feel of it being in an older time, and it's not such a modern tale, and I did enjoy that, as well as the dialogue in here. I thought felt very fitting for the period that it was supposed to be in, so really enjoyed this setting and the production that they did here. The set that they picked where they're doing this wedding was a bit creepy, and it was a great environment for a horror story, especially this island that they're on. And then there's the monster played by Tim Kruger, who I thought they did very well. We don't get to see him right away, and when we do, I did enjoy the design of the monster and the makeup effects on him. I thought were really well done, and in fact, the gore effects in here for a film of this budget were also handled well. Very, very realistic looking, and things do get a bit bloody near the end. The story that they wrote is an interesting little twist to the Frankenstein story, just when you think you've seen all the different versions of Frankenstein, which is a tale that's been told many times in many different ways. Here they give their own little twist to the story, which I also enjoyed. Now, the pacing does get a little long, a little bit near the middle there, but I think what kept me going was the performance of Victor Frankenstein, played by Adam Stevenson. I think his character helped keep me interested through the slower parts of this film, and a little bit, some of the editing in here as well was just a little bit disorienting, a little bit choppy in parts, but overall, I thought Frankenstein Day of the Beast, for a film of this budget and being an indie horror production, was a decent watch. And I think if you're looking for a different tale on Frankenstein, you may want to check it out. It is of a lower production than your Hollywood films, so you got to go into there expecting that. But I think if you can kind of look past some of that, you will enjoy this different tale on the Frankenstein monster and the Frankenstein story in general. And Ricardo Islas, I think, gives you one that you won't feel like you wasted your time. Frankenstein Day of the Beast, I do recommend for indie horror fans. For your casual horror fan, you may want to pass it by, but other than that, yeah, a decent offering from SGL Entertainment. So check it out. If you have seen it, leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on this film. And yeah, make sure you hit subscribe. We've got some other films from SGL Entertainment this week that I'll be reviewing, so stay tuned. And as always, keep that ticket stub.